beyond what authorities may have been seeking.
Sources say part of the information investigators were looking for during the Mar-a-Lago search included material labeled special access, which is accessible only to people with the highest security clearances. Sources say federal investigators have questioned many individuals close to the former president about these materials.
And Attorney General Merrick Garland explained Thursday why he wanted the documents related to the search publicly released.
I will not stand by silently when their integrity is unfairly attacked.
Referring to federal agents, there are concerns about violent threats towards FBI agents. An attempted breach of the FBI field office in Cincinnati Thursday, now under investigation. ABC's Eric Katursky has more on the suspect who was shot and killed by law enforcement.
Law enforcement sources told ABC News the suspect, Ricky Schiffer, plotted to break into the FBI's Cincinnati office after learning about the FBI's search of former President Trump's Florida residence. Investigators are reviewing social media posts that called for war and violence against FBI agents. While police have not articulated a motive, we're told Schiffer is being called a suspected domestic violent extremist.
House expected to pass the Inflation Reduction Act today, the bill that addresses climate, taxes, and health care. And as fighting in Ukraine continues, UN officials calling for an end to attacks near Europe's largest nuclear power plant.
The head of the International Atomic Energy Agency warning the situation at the plant is rapidly deteriorating. The agency pleading for an expert mission to be allowed to inspect the site. Russia is using the plant as a military base.
That's ABC's Britt Clennett in Ukraine. Ukrainian experts continue to work there. You're listening to ABC News.
Was your business hurt in the years of the pandemic? Have you had a decline in revenue since 2019? Was your business partly or fully shut down by the government? If you answered yes to any of these questions and have 5 employees or more, you may be eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee. How? By taking advantage of the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a fully funded tax credit created to help businesses during these difficult times. The experts at Benchmark Human Capital are ready to help you get the money you are owed. The pre-qualification is absolutely free. Even if you got PPP money, this is more money that may be owed to you. Repayment is not necessary. The money is all yours. The IRS writes you a check. That's right, a check. Get your free pre-qualification now if you have 5 employees or more. Call 800-535-ERTC. Take advantage of this tax credit while funds remain available. Call Benchmark Human Capital today at 800-535-ERTC and claim what is rightfully yours. That's 800-535-ERTC, 800-535-3782.
The family of actress Anne Heche says she is not expected to survive the injury she sustained in a car crash last week and is being kept on life support to determine if her organs are viable for donation. There's a tragic accident on a beach in South Carolina where a woman was killed after being impaled by a wind-blown beach umbrella. Consumer Product Safety Commission says about 3,000 people are injured each year by beach umbrellas. Lifeguard Captain Julio Rodriguez has some tips for avoiding umbrella accidents.
You should always consider what or who is downwind of you. Consider that there may be other people, a highway, a parking lot. Always have that consideration before you set up your umbrella.
A review of 38 studies from around the world found that people lowered their risk of dementia by getting and staying active.
A new study shows staying active and a little fun can be good for you. The American Academy of Neurology finds that leisure activities are associated with a reduced risk of dementia. The study found people who engage in activities like walking, reading books, and socializing lower their risk of dementia by 17%. The World Health Organization estimates more than 55 million people worldwide live with dementia. Michelle Franzen, ABC News.
South Korea's president set to pardon about 1,700 people on Monday, a national holiday, and among those expected to be pardoned, Samsung heir Lee Jae-yong, who served prison time for bribing a former president. This is ABC News.
Imagine everything you need in one place, all within reach at your fingertips. Welcome to your happy place. The all-new Staples Connect app, where you can save money with just a tap. Exclusive app-only savings and all your rewards in one place. No searching, just saving. Now, download the Staples Connect app and get $10 off your next $50 in-store purchase. Download the Staples Connect app today and find your happy place. Offer ends 12/31, in-store only. See app for full offer details.
Brian Clark, ABC News.
It's the time of year to come to NC Tractor for the selection of Massey Ferguson tractors and Bobcat zero-turn mowers. NC Tractor gives fantastic customer service. The the best discounts possible, and it's a locally owned business. NC Tractor on Railroad Avenue is helping to make outdoor work more enjoyable. Should you have something that you can be proud of for a long time, Massey Ferguson and Bobcat Zero Turn Mowers. Come look them over. 299 Railroad Avenue, Rutherfordton. That phone number is 288-0395.
We've had one cold front move on by last night that brought some showers and storms. We've got another one today that could produce a shower. It's a better chance south towards Charlotte. Partly cloudy skies, less humid, the high in the low to mid 80s. The drier air really pushes in tonight, so we'll notice that change more. Mostly clear, the low in the upper 50s to low 60s. And then for the day tomorrow, mostly sunny and less humid. Dew points in the 50s, the high in the low to mid 80s. I'm Mike Mays in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
It always fascinates me when they say we have a cold front and temperatures are going to be in the 80s. I mean, that doesn't seem like a cold front, but I'm not a meteorologist either. But good morning, everybody. It's 70 degrees right now, according to our thermometer reading, and we'll be getting up to about 86 as this cold front sweeps through. 6 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. Now, I have these death announcements. Sue Bostic, 94 of Bostic, died Thursday, August the 11th. Those arrangements incomplete and will be announced by Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service for Sue Bostic. Kathy Elaine Murphy Johnson, age 67 of Forest City, died Wednesday, August 10th at her home. A graveside service will be held at 11 o'clock on Saturday. Before that, though, the funeral service will be held at 4:30 on Friday, August 12th. That'll be today in the Paget and King Chapel. The family will receive friends from 3 until 4:15 today at Paget King, and then a graveside service will be held at 11 o'clock Saturday, August 13th, at White Oak Flat Cemetery, Murphytown Road, Green Mountain, North Carolina. Family and friends will meet at Holcomb Brothers Funeral Home in Burnsville. The Paget and King Mortuary and Crematory is in charge of local arrangements for Kathy Elaine Murphy Johnson. Carrie Lee Craig, age 62 of Green Hill, passed away Monday, August 8th at his home. There will be no services at this time. McMahon's Funeral Home and Cremation Services serving the family of Carrie Lee Craig. Sarah Wynn Jolly, age 93, died Tuesday, August 9th at Fairhaven Home in Bostic. A memorial service will be held at a later date and will be announced by Paget and King Funeral Home for Sarah Wynn Jolly. Barry Franklin, 69 of Bostic, died Thursday, August 4th. A memorial service will be conducted at 11 o'clock Saturday, August 20th at Cooper Springs Congregational Holiness Church. The family will receive friends following the service. Washburn and Dorsey Funeral and Cremation Service is in charge of the arrangements for Barry Franklin. Carla Edwards Ruff, age 55 of Rutherfordton, passed away Sunday, August 7th. The family will receive friends from 1 until 3 Saturday, August 13th in the Family Life Center at Second Baptist Church in Rutherfordton. Carla would lie and stayed in the sanctuary during that time. The funeral service will be held at Second Baptist at 3 o'clock Saturday, August 13th. Mike Mahan's Funeral Home and Cremation Service is in charge of the arrangements for Carla Edwards Ruff. Wanda K. Petty, 70 of Bostic, died Monday, July 25th. A family-directed celebration of life will be held 11 o'clock Saturday at Plainview Baptist Church, Washburn and Dorsey and Cremation Service, serving the family of Wanda K. Petty. Julius Lee Hogshead, 66 of Forest City, passed away August 6th at Rutherford Regional Medical Center. A funeral service will be held today at 2 o'clock at Mount Pleasant Baptist Church. A visitation will be held 1 hour prior to the service, and burial will take place at Eternal Hills Memorial Park in Forest City. Rutherford County Honor Guard will present military honors. Crow's Mortuary is assisting the family of Julius Lee Hogshead. William Gary Bridges, age 61 of Forest City, passed away Sunday, August 7th at Spartanburg Medical Center. The graveside service will be at Alexander Mills Cemetery at 11 o'clock today, and burial will follow in the cemetery. McMahon's Funeral Home is in charge of the arrangements for William Gary Bridges. Those are the death announcements we have in house this morning. Complete information on these and others as they become available to us can be heard this morning at 11:35 and then again at 5:10 as part of the afternoon Call Around the County report. Here's Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly here, and I'm warming up. Stand by for the O'Reilly Update Morning Edition. But first, I am excited about a new streaming platform called VidGo. VidGo gives you the freedom to be entertained at a price you can afford. VidGo has all of my favorite live sports networks. They have a great choice of news. All of that for $59 a month. You deserve the freedom to be entertained at a price you and your family can afford. Please go to vidgo, vidgo.com/bill to check it out. On this Friday, it is hard to believe the FBI has fallen so far. When I was a kid, the country revered the Bureau, driven by images on the ABC show The FBI, starring a guy named Efren Zimbalist Jr. Today, the image of the Bureau is in tatters. First, former Director James Comey proved himself corrupt. Now the present chief, Christopher Wray, is also a suspect. His testimony last week in front of a Senate committee was evasive and embarrassing. Why? Because Wray could be fired at any time by President Biden, so he simply would not state the truth about issues like Russian collusion. The legendary FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover was corrupt, as I document in my book, Killing the Mom. Back then, the public didn't know that. Hoover was a blackmailer and operated outside the law, but the Bureau survived him intact. This week, the raid on Donald Trump's home made worldwide headlines, and few are giving the Bureau the benefit of the doubt. It's not the 60s anymore. The FBI needs to explain itself, and so does Attorney General Merrick Garland, who is in charge of the Justice Department. That's where the FBI is. If there is serious evidence against Donald Trump, we, the people, need to see the evidence soon. If that does not happen, the FBI's coffin is nailed permanently. Now this. Many timeshare owners are very upset because their yearly dues have nearly doubled. Well, Lone Star will guarantee the release of all liability to your timeshare in writing and in a specific time frame. With their A-plus rating at the Better Business Bureau, clients know that Lone Star Transfer is a company you can trust. For a free consultation, please go to LoneStarTransfer.com or call 855-551-7066. That is the Morning O'Reilly Update. More analysis later on.
Gilbert, and Gilbert Talks Taxes is back on the air starting this Saturday, August 13th at 8 a.m. Listen to Gilbert Talks Taxes from 8 to 9 right here on WCAB. Get the latest news from the IRS and the state of North Carolina and anything else that Gilbert wants to talk about. That's Gilbert Talks Taxes, August 13th at 8 a.m.
WCAB, the golden music's on us.
Harry Tracy was a sullen-looking, thin-lipped punk with deep-set, icy blue eyes who seemed to always be looking for someone to offend him. And plenty of people did, many of them paying the ultimate price. He spent some time in Wyoming's gang headquarters called Hole in the Wall, associating with Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. But in a short time, wearing thin on everyone, he left the hole in the wall and engaged in some cattle rustling on his own. After a short stint in the Aspen, Colorado jail, it was a short stint only because Harry escaped before his sentence was up. Harry headed up to Oregon, where he teamed up with a David Merrill, and the two of them engaged in a pastime of rolling drunks and killing those who resisted. In 1899, Harry and David were arrested, tried, and convicted. Harry got 20 years, his buddy got 13. But Harry and David got an early release with the aid of a rifle and sawed-off shotgun that was smuggled in by a woman admirer. During the escape process, 3 guards were killed. The third, used as a hostage, Harry shot in the back of the head. In the following weeks, while evading the law, the pathological Harry Tracy, feeling his buddy David Merrill was weakening in his resolve, shot and killed him. Finally, on August 5, 1902, Harry Tracy was cornered in a Washington wheat field. He had been shot in the arm and twice in the leg. Realizing he was unable to run any longer and that the posse wasn't going to give up, especially after the 7 men he had killed, Mad Dog Harry Tracy gallantly took his own life. You've just heard another story from Old West Radio. I'm Dakota Livesay.
When your taste buds are screaming for delicious, head over to Jesse James Railroad Express. Enjoy fresh cooked burgers, garden salads, hot dogs any way you like, French fries. Enjoy a refreshing milkshake or a hand-dipped ice cream cone. They're open Monday through Saturday, 11 to 4, closed Wednesday and Sunday. That's Jesse James Railroad Express, 531 Railroad Avenue in Ruth. Call ahead, 828-447-4644. And Monday's only hot dogs with mustard, chili, and onions, only $1.24 each. All aboard the Jesse James Railroad Express.
Now it's 16 past the hour of 7 o'clock on this. Thank goodness it's finally Friday Friends Day. Let's go to the phones and find out what's been going on around our county. And Sergeant Brandel is here to give us that information. Good morning, Sergeant Brandel. How are you doing?
Good morning, sir. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well. Glad to have you on the radio. Tell us what's been going on.
Past 24 hours, the Sheriff's Office has answered 136 calls, processed 14 arrests, and currently have 188 in the county jail. Under our arrest reports, we have a Joshua Freeman, 30-year-old white male of Far City, charged with 2 counts of communicate threats. No bond listed on that. We have a Cherry Sanford, 38-year-old black female of Far City, charged with 1 count of assault and battery. No bond listed there. We have a Tara Bracken, 50-year-old white female of Spindale, charged with 1 count of failure to appear on misdemeanor, given a $500 secure bond. We have a Jalen Williams, 26-year-old black female of Rutherford, charged with 2 counts of failure to appear on a misdemeanor, given a $500 unsecured bond. We have a Rona Ledbetter, 52-year-old black female of Spindale, charged with 6 counts of failure to appear on misdemeanor, given a $5,500 secured bond. We have a Trayvon Carson, 25-year-old black male of Rutherford, charged with 2 counts of failure to appear on misdemeanor, given a $4,000 secured bond. And we have a Michael Merck, 60-year-old white male of Boston, charged with 1 count of failure to heed light and siren, driving while license revoked, stop sign violation, given a $1,000 unsecured bond. And that's all we have this morning.
Sergeant Brandel, thank you very much for that information. I hope you have a safe weekend.
Yes, sir. You take care.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Are you tired of waiting for weeks and months to get an appointment with your primary care provider? Or looking for a primary care provider that spends 30 minutes with you instead of just 10? There's one right here in our area. Brock Family Care, located at 289 Shallow Road in Forest City. Brock Family Care provides primary health care and urgent care services for you and your family, as well as coordinate care between hospitals and specialty care. They don't accept insurance, but they have a unique pricing model that should be pleasing to everyone. Check them out at www.brockfamilycare.com or simply call 828-382-7282. And we're going now over to 911 Communications Center to get a report from them. And Marie has that information for us. Good morning, Marie.
Good morning.
Tell us what's on your phone list.
Okay, in the past 24 hours, the Rutherford County Sheriff's Office 911 Communications Center has processed 394 911 administrative calls, which consisted of 48 for EMS. For law enforcement, the Sheriff's Department had 136, Forest City had 53, Lake Lure had 5, Rutherford had 31, Spindle had 35. For fire calls, Baltic responded to a motor vehicle accident, Cliffside responded to a motor vehicle accident and a fire alarm, Forest City responded to a fire alarm, and Rutherford responded to 2 motor vehicle accidents. And that's all I have for the morning.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your weekend.
Thank you, you too.
Nobody gets a better deal than the customers at Sisk Family Ford. They have a proven record of the best deals. Sisk Family Ford, Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealer, has recently been recognized as the #1 Ford dealer in customer satisfaction in the Southeast. That speaks well of their commitment to serve their customers well. Look for all the new design 2021 F-150 at Rutherford County's only locally owned new car dealership. That's Sisk Family Ford, Oak Street, Forest City. Now, Ruby Taylor is next. She's over at the SDO Fire District and with the information for us. And we'll get that call here in just a moment. Now, here's Ruby Taylor with that report. Good morning, Ruby.
Good morning.
What's on your report today?
Well, the fire department didn't have any calls. And on my birthday calendar, I've got Whitney Green, and Kevin Loudermilk having birthdays today, and Mr. and Miss Rudolph having anniversary. Hope these people have a nice day. Don't have any for tomorrow. Sunday, Jean Powell. Hope she has a nice day, Sunday. And Sandra in the feet today, tomorrow, and going to the head on Sunday. And Jim, that's all I got.
Thank you, Ruby. Hope you have a great weekend.
You too.
Thanks.
It can be a tough call when it comes time to provide a daycare service for an aging parent or a loved one. You can always depend on Rutherford Life Services for a safe facility that offers medical monitoring, nutritional meals, fun activities, and is a loving environment. Rutherford Life is licensed by the State of North Carolina Division of Aging. They will be glad to answer any questions you may have. Call them at 288-1697. Rutherford Life Services offers a trained staff of professionals who you can entrust your loved one to. Rutherford Life Services is located at 230 Fairground Road in Spindale.
And here's Gary Wilson reporting from Fairfield Mountains Fire District and also Bills Creek Community. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Jim. How you doing?
Welcome to Friday.
Welcome to Friday. It's here.
Big weekend going on up in Lake Lure this weekend.
Going on in Lake Lure this weekend. Got the Olympiad coming in. We'll kick it off tonight with a run from Ingalls over to the resorts. I think it's about 7-8 miles, something like that. They'll be doing that about 7 o'clock this evening, and then tomorrow will be the triathlon. There'll be the bike run, the swim, the run to the King's Farm and back. So it'll be a busy morning tomorrow morning. That'll kick off pretty early, about 8 o'clock in the morning, I think.
Well, isn't the Dirty Dancing series going on this weekend too? The Dirty Dancing Review?
I'm not sure about that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm not sure either about the weekend. I know they've had it or having it or are going to have it. I know I've seen some publicity on it.
But, it'll be a busy time, plenty for everybody to do. So come on out and enjoy it. And we're sitting on about 72 degrees this morning, and no fire calls in the last 24 hours. Hope we can say that Monday. We'll be doing good.
Yeah.
And that's about all we got, Jim.
Gary, is it true that you were in that Dirty Dancing movie?
I was, but they fired me. It was my first dance.
A lot of local folks were there.
Patrick Swayze, I am not.
I hear you. I know the feeling, boy. Listen, you have a great weekend. Be careful up there.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
Attention, all of our WCAB listeners. Here's a way that we can help the people in Kentucky. And thanks to Henson Building Material, they are the collection point for the much-needed items. Toothbrushes, toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, baby wipes, diapers, rubber gloves, cleaning supplies, other items, soap, body wash, deodorant, disposable razors, feminine hygiene products, adult diapers, hairbrushes, combs, new towels, washcloths, and bedding. Please drop all donations at Henson Building Material by noon on Friday, August the 19th. Now, if you prefer to make a cash donation, they will use 100% of the funds raised toward purchasing these items. Help us, help Kentucky. This message brought to you by Henson Building Material, working together to help families affected by the recent flooding. And please remember, drop all donations off by noon Friday, August the 19th.
Now at 24 past 7 on this Friday morning, let's check in with Bostic, and DeVern Upton is on the phone to give us an update. Good morning, DeVern.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hope you are.
I'm doing great because it's Friday.
It is. Thank goodness, finally Friday.
The temperature is 71 degrees over here in Bostic. Fire department responded to a medical call and an automobile accident. food boxes will be given away again today at Washburn's Outreach from 8 to 12. That's located down behind Washburn Store. And you can stop there at Washburn Store and get you some of their good ice cream and have Ann to make you one of her delicious tomato sandwiches. And Whistle-Stop Bakery has a lot of bakery items for the weekend, so stop in there on Main Street in Boston, and hope everyone has a wonderful day.
Devon, were there any injuries in that accident that occurred?
No.
Okay, good deal. All right, you have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
Let me brag on Hutchins Pest Control a minute. Don't let the pest bug you when Hutchins Pest Control is as close as a phone call. Honest, dependable, professional, and on-time service may be the reason they keep getting voted best pest control. If you have a pest problem, call this family-run business at 287-5171. Licensed in North and South Carolina and fully insured and bonded. Get a free estimate when you call Hutchins Pest Control and be sure the job is done right. That's Hutchins Pest Control. Call them today at 287-5171 and they'll be right there.
Thinking about the departure of a loved one through death is a subject we don't like to talk about. However, pre-planning or prepaying for a funeral is a consideration and responsible thing to do. With so many options available today, it's important to speak with someone you can trust and someone who can help you find a balance between the emotional, spiritual, and financial needs of your loved ones. Crow's Mortuary and Crematory is recognized as one of the best family-run funeral homes. It's a family tradition, and they know how to care for your family. Any questions you might have, they will be happy to answer. Call Crow's Mortuary and Cremation Services at 286-2304.
726, one of those sad moments in this business when you have to say goodbye to a valued employee. And we're saying goodbye to Todd Kaiser this morning. This is his last morning to be producing the morning report. So we'll be missing Todd. He's going on to greener pastures, and we've enjoyed having him as part of our staff and depended on him greatly. He's done a good job for us. But he's moving on where there's much greener grass, and we wish him the best in this new job, this new career field. Right now, let's turn our attention to Bob Hodge. Good morning, Bob Hodge.
Well, good Friday morning.
Thank goodness, finally Friday, friends.
That's right. Yeah, it's been nice talking to old Todd there over the few years there.
Yeah, he's been with us a while.
Yeah. I told him I thought I'd retire about the last of the month for the 1st of September. Though I've been in it long enough.
No, don't leave till I do, Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, I've been in it long enough. 50-some years, that's long enough.
Well,
So
I tell you, that is,
take a long vacation, yeah.
You deserve a star in your crown, Bob.
Oh, well, I don't know about that now. Yeah. But Jim, we're doing just fine up here, and so you're looking good this morning. And
thank you.
We had a little shower of rain overnight, looked like, so cool things down a little bit. And with the fire department, we didn't have any calls overnight. And Relton Fire Department now is having a blood drive, and that comes up August the 17th. And that's from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And, Jim, that's about all I have up here this morning, and I hope you have a good weekend.
Thanks. You too. Be good time with Gene this weekend, and I'll see you next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Farm Bureau Insurance doesn't hire celebrities to push auto coverage. We think people might like to make decisions based on service and savings, not just because that guy from that show says it's a good idea. Instead of faces you know from your TV, we offer faces you know from your neighborhood, because we're headquartered in North Carolina with local agents right in your town. That's really the only thing we want to be famous for. North Carolina Farm Bureau Insurance. Helping you is what we do best.
In Rutherford County, please call 287-2428.
North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina, Inc., Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi, an independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Braves baseball back in action tonight. They'll be taking on Miami. That's 5:25 airtime. We'll join the pregame following News 13 at 6. They play Miami tonight, Saturday, and again on Sunday. They were off last night, so there's no score. Right now we're going over to the Cherry Mountain Fire District. That's where we'll find Sue Price. Sue, good morning.
Good morning, Jim.
How's everything in your neighborhood?
Well, everything's quiet over here. I haven't heard a thing going on, but it's a pretty day, looks like.
I think it's going to be a nice weekend.
Yeah, sounds like it. Maybe, but Anyway, I don't have any birthdays or anniversaries on either one of my calendars. On my announcements, the Piney Mountain Boys will be at Duncans Creek Church Sunday the 28th during the worship service. And so far, that's the only announcement I have. Not a whole lot going on over this way that I know of, but we just hope everybody that's having a birthday or anniversary will have a good day, and hope you'll have a good weekend, you and Faye, and
Thank you.
talk to you on Monday, I guess.
I've been meaning to ask you a question. I know years in the past, I know your husband's not able to do that much now, but citrons, what time of the year do those citrons go? Is that in the fall, spring, or summer? When is that?
Well, they should be ready most any time now. If I know Dale Ramsey's got some planted for Richard, and he says they're not doing too good, so I don't know how they're going to turn out. Richard didn't get anything planted this year.
Yeah.
We're just not able to do anything like that. But
right.
He did get some. Jackie brought him some figs, and we made fig preserves yesterday. So anyway, the citrons should be ready pretty soon. Anyway,
You don't see those much on produce markets. I don't know why that's not true, because I love citrons, and I love. My mother used to make citron preserves all the time when I was growing up. I guess that's why I'm so fond of them. But
yeah,
you don't see them much on produce markets.
No, not many people know what they are even.
That's right. That's right. Listen, you have a great weekend.
You too, dear.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hey, folks, Farmer's Friend Feed Seed Supply is an amazing store. I can say that because they have what you need, from pet supplies to fire and ant killer to horse-quality Timothy alfalfa hay, $14 per bale. Attention carp fishermen, they have C&J flavoring, only $8 per bottle. And they have oats for sale. Refill your propane tanks at the lowest price. Fully stocked with all your deer supplies and a great selection of farm implements. Need mulch? $12 per scoop. We could call it a superstore. Farmer's Friend Feed Seed Supply, 188 Whiteside Road in Rutherfordton.
Next Friday night will be the first night of high school football for the season. Can you believe that? Yep. 19th. We'll tell you more about the game we're covering, and our new broadcast team. We'll tell you all about them later on as well. Right now, though, we're going to continue circling the county to scratch up some news. And we're up to Shingle Hollow now.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tina. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing this morning, Jim?
I'm doing great.
Well, it is a beautiful morning up here in Shingle Hollow. It is 70 degrees. The sun is peeking over Glenda's house, my neighbor's house this morning. A heavy dew on the yard. Fire department was all quiet the past 24 hours. We have birthdays today for Carson Gamble and Spencer Taylor. That's on Piney Knob's calendar. And then on Pleasant Grove, we have Sarah Camp. So I hope all these people have a happy, happy birthday. And then I have for an anniversary, Norman and Cornelia Ashley. Hope they have a great anniversary. And for announcements on the 20th, White House Community Clubhouse, which is next Saturday, not tomorrow, but the 20th, they are having a spaghetti dinner. It starts at 4 o'clock at the White House Community Clubhouse, and the money they raise is for the upkeep of the building. And then Piney Knob Baptist Church is having a revival starting on the 29th and going to the 31st. It'll be Reverend Leonard's lecture. Each night it'll be at 7 p.m. They ask that you be in prayer for this revival and that you come out and enjoy it and be revived with us. And that's all I have this morning.
All right. You got big plans for the weekend?
Well, I do. And I hope that they all go as I have planned.
Good. I hope they do. Hope they do too. Hope you end up the weekend with a joyous time.
I plan to, and you have a great weekend too. Everybody stay safe, and God bless.
See you, Tina.
Bye-bye.
Does your financial advisor take the time to really listen to you? Is your financial strategy personalized for you and your family? Will your financial advisor be there as your life and financial situation change? Hi, I'm Andrew Tisdale, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we focus what's important to you. We create a personalized strategy backed by our advice, our tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we partner together to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me at any time at 828-287-9197. We'll sit down, talk, and we're going to make a strategy that's right for you.
Real Estate Insights this morning, a little after 8 o'clock with Beth Helton. She'll be with us live in the studio this morning to talk about some interesting things about what to look for and what to avoid in selling or buying a house and other things of importance. Now we're up to Union Mills, North Carolina, US of A. Brenda Kelly, good morning.
Good morning. How are you on this fabulous Friday foggy morning?
Fit as a fiddle.
Fit as a fiddle, okay.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Good.
I didn't sleep last night. Went to bed and I couldn't go to sleep, so I got back up and I thought, well, I'm going to go out on the porch and see if I can see that big old moon. And it was just raining. This was...
Really?
I don't know. Well, I come in the kitchen and done a word search puzzle, and then I went out on the porch, and so it was somewhere between 11 and 11:30, and it was just raining. So then I went back to bed, and I couldn't go to sleep, so I got back up, went back out, and it quit raining, so I finally got to see that moon.
Beautiful, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, just between me and you, Brenda, is your conscience bothering you at night the reason you can't sleep? Just between me and you.
No, it ain't. Good Lord knows what all I've done, and I've asked forgiveness of it.
There you go. That's all we need.
So, I am not Lily White, or I was not Lily White, or whatever, but the Lord forgive me, so that's the main thing. But I did want to see that moon, because that was the biggest one we're going to have this year, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
So I wanted to see that. And so I did, and when it's a full moon, I don't sleep.
Really?
Yeah, no. I don't know why. I have a hard time sleeping when it's a full moon. I guess it's the werewolf in me or something. I don't know.
You know, there is something about the moon that does things to people. That's why they call people lunatics, because their psychological changes sometimes in people who normally, quote, normal, end quote, do strange things when the moon's full.
Well, I guess I'm a lunatic because I don't sleep good. And instead of a werewolf, I guess I'm a lunatic.
No, you're not a lunatic. You behave yourself. A lot of lunatics don't behave themselves, but it is.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff goes on when there's a full moon.
Crime rate picks up. Deaths also pick up.
Yeah, and births.
Yep.
There's a lot of births when there's a full moon. So that moon has a lot to do with the force of the earth.
Yes, it does.
Well, let's see. I've got 68 degrees on the front porch. I don't have any birthdays or anniversaries, but in ways of announcement, Saturday and Sunday, August the 13th and 14th, ASI Alumni Reunion at Union Mills Learning Center. The Learning Center was formerly Alexander Schools. Saturday is a time to meet and catch up with friends. Annual meeting in the afternoon. Sub sandwiches and homemade ice cream will be sold on Saturday. Sunday worship will be held in the auditorium at 11 a.m. and Reverend Johnny Cope will speak. Lunch will be available in the downstairs dining room at noon, prepared by Union Mills Learning Center, and the cost is $10 per person. Then the Gilkey School Community Center will have a buffet breakfast on August the 13th, starting at 7 a.m. and going to 10 a.m. Adults, $8. Kids 6 to 12, $3. Kids 5 and under free, and money goes to help support the community center. Then we got a gospel singing and cookout at Macedonia Baptist Church at 1372 Macedonia Church Loop, Nebo, North Carolina, 28761. This is off Bane Mountain Road, August the 13th, 1 p.m. until, featured Middle Cross and Polk County line. Then we got the Nanny Clan reunion Sunday, August the 21st, 12:30 p.m. and Round Hill Baptist Church Fellowship Hall at 6585 Hudlow Road, Union Mills, North Carolina, 28167. Round Hill Baptist Church invites you to attend the worship service at 11 a.m. Covered dish luncheon will begin at 12:30 p.m. Plates and utensils provided. Business and history program will be presented after lunch at approximately 1:30, and there will be discussing Shadrach Nanny and J. Harvey Nanny. And so far, that's all I got going on.
All right, that sounds like a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and we get busy every now and then, but that keeps us out of trouble.
You run a busy community up there.
I don't know about that.
Listen, have a good weekend. Be careful.
You have a good one, and we'll catch you Monday.
All right, see you then.
Okay.
Bye-bye. It's 7:40, and we'll go to Ellenboro in just a moment.
Your car's best friend can be RS Speedy Lube Service Center. That's because RS Speedy Lube Service Center and Car Wash can keep your car or truck running clean with a regular oil change. They check the fluids and vacuum out the car and have you on your way in no time. Go next door for a radiator or transmission flush, brakes, exhaust, CV joints, and service for big trucks and campers also available. Pull next door to the RS Speedy Automatic Car Wash and make your car happy with a clean, all under and all over car wash. It's all at RS Service Center and Car Wash on Railroad Avenue in Rutherfordton.
Well, let's all pack up and head over to Ellenboro now and get in the wagon. We'll pull you over there and get a report from Luther Gilligan. He's a man about town with all the news that's worth hearing. Luther Gilligan, good morning.
Good morning, you two. It's a nice day down here this morning.
You feeling good
today?
today?
Crowded, but nice day. Sir?
You feeling good this morning?
I'm feeling great.
Good.
Looking for a great day out here.
Good. It'll be there.
I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to have a good time at it. But it's quiet down here. Nothing going on. Fire department didn't have anything all day yesterday, all night last night. That's 2 days in a row. They didn't have anything. Everything's quiet here. Everybody just getting their biscuits and heading on out to work. So you have a great day up there. Enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you Monday.
See you next time. So long.
All right. Take care now.
That's Luther Gilligan reporting out of Ellenboro. It's time for birthdays and anniversaries. This is the 12th of August. You believe it already? 12? August the 12th, 2022. If you're celebrating a birthday or anniversary, we'd love to hear from you. Call Todd now, 287-3356. Last time Todd will be able to take your birthday calls in. So call now, 287-3356, and we'll celebrate your birthday and your anniversary on this 12th day of August. Meanwhile, get a breakfast worth having from Granny B's in Spindale. They got several choices of breakfast, including omelets. Yep, you'll love what they do with their breakfast over there. You'll enjoy that. Take some to your family, take some to work with you, or just sit down in the dining room area there and have a good breakfast. Or if you want to have a lunch with a good, delicious sub, they got some of the finest. And that wheat bread is really good. You'll enjoy that. Sweet tea's absolutely fabulous. So why don't you enjoy a good meal, breakfast or lunch, or maybe an afternoon snack with a donut from Granny B's, Main Street, Spindale.
Happy birthday.
Who's having a birthday? Well, first of all, Todd, I want to tell you, I appreciate you being with us all these many years, and thanks for your good service, and the best to you in the future. Eddie Ruff is the only local birthday we have on our list today. Eddie Ruff, congratulations, happy birthday. And birthdays today include Cecil B. DeMille, a filmmaker. 1881 he was born, died in 1951. He did the Ten Commandments. 1907, Joe Besser, with Three Stooges. He's one of the Stooges. Died in 1988. 1925, Ross McWhirter, founder of Guinness Book of World Records, was born. 1927, Porter Wagner was born. He died in 2007. 1929, Buck Owens was born. He died in 2006. Other events on this day include 1658, First American Police Force forms. 1908, Henry Ford's company builds the first Model T. 1962, on this date, first time in history, there are two people in space. 1981, IBM introduces the first personal computer. 1994, the first NFL game on Fox Network was aired. This is National Julianne Fries Day, National Middle Child Day, and National Vinyl Record Day. So now you're up to date on this date in history. Right here on WCAB. Keys to Confident Living coming up next, and top of the hour, a little after 8 o'clock. Real Estate Insights with Beth Helton. Exciting, interesting program right here. So stay tuned.
An unknown author said happiness is like jam. You can't spread even a little around without getting some on yourself. Happiness is something we all desire and are running after at seemingly breakneck speed. Millions of dollars are spent annually in its pursuit, yet so many miss it. I wonder if happiness is hard to identify because everyone seems to have his own definition. To some it means having good health. To others it's the accumulation of wealth and material possessions. There are those who define it as having close, loving family relationships, and others see it as possessing independence and freedom. Webster declares that happiness is a state of well-being and contentment. The more I read about happiness, the more I question that many people will find it. Our lives are fast-paced and hectic. Many are over-obligated in such areas as work and finance. We're running so fast that happiness is 2 miles behind us. We're like the couple doing a whirlwind tour of Europe. They screeched to a stop in front of a famous cathedral. The husband jumped out and called to his wife, "You take the inside, I'll do the outside, meet you back here in 5 minutes." Haste makes waste, especially when we are searching for that precious gem called happiness. We need to determine what really makes us happy and then just let it happen. Our happiness will then spread around like jam. This is Bill Hostler with today's key to confident living. Scripts for these programs are sold in book form by calling toll-free 1-888-333-KEYS.
This is Gilbert with a reminder. Tax returns are due. If you haven't filed your tax returns yet, give me a call at 828-289-9300. And we're announcing our grand opening of our newest location at 704 Oak Street in Forest City. We now have 3 locations to better serve you: Tryon, Rutherfordton, and our newest location at Forest City. Give me a call at 828-289-9300.
From ABC News, I'm Brian Clark. The Washington Post is reporting that classified documents related to nuclear weapons were among the items that agents were seeking at Mar-a-Lago during their search on Monday. Thursday, the Attorney General Merrick Garland said the Justice Department is seeking to unseal the warrant and other documents that were used to search former President Trump's home.
The department filed the motion to make public the warrant and receipt in light of the former president's public confirmation of the search, the surrounding circumstances, and the substantial public interest in this matter.
Former President Trump indicated on his social network that he will not object to the release of the documents. As sources tell ABC News that some of the material believed to be in Florida was considered special access programs. That's 2 levels above top secret. The days since the search have led to concerns about threats to federal agents. A 42-year-old Ohio man is dead after trying to breach the FBI's Cincinnati field office with a gun.
The investigation into Ricky Schiffer is focusing on social media posts apparently linked to Schiffer that called for violence in the days after the FBI search at Mar-a-Lago. ABC News has reviewed a series of recent posts to accounts believed to be Schiffer's on former President Trump's social network, Truth Social. The posts call for war and for FBI agents to be killed on sight.
That's ABC's Ike Ejiochi. The House today expected to pass the Inflation Reduction Act, the Democratic plan that includes measures to combat climate change, as ABC's Mary Bruce.
The House is expected to pass this legislation today, and it will be the largest investment in curbing climate change in U.S. history, roughly $370 billion. But this is also a health care bill intended to bring down premiums and cap out-of-pocket prescription drug costs for seniors on Medicare at $2,000. Now, this will all be paid for by raising taxes on big corporations and the wealthiest Americans.
You're listening to ABC News.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender by Norton is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. 800-401-6681.
It was a week ago today that actress Anne Heche crashed into a home in Los Angeles. She was severely burned, and now her family says she's not expected to survive.
In a statement, Anne Heche's family and friends say she suffered severe brain injury and remains in a coma, and that she is not expected to survive. Her family saying she's being kept on life support to determine if any of her organs are viable, and that it has long been her choice to donate her organs. They thank the staff at Grossman Burn Center here in L.A. They say Anne had a huge heart and touched everyone she met. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The Chicago Cubs met the Cincinnati Reds in an Iowa cornfield for baseball's second Field of Dreams game, held close to the site where the 1989 movie was filmed. Hall of Famer Ken Griffey Jr. and his father, Ken Griffey Sr., began the pregame festivities by reenacting the movie's father-son game of catch. The Cubs beat the Reds 4-2. And it's National Vinyl Record Day. Records bouncing back after CDs and digital audio arrived on the scene. Hugh McIntyre is a music writer for Forbes. He explains why music lovers embrace vinyl.
For some of them, it's the first time they are experiencing music in a physical format. You know, there's an entire generation that grew up pirating music or buying it on iTunes and then streaming it. So the idea of being able to hold it in your hand is something really special for them.
This is ABC News.
Staples has everything for school at great prices. So this year you won't go back to school. You'll be ready to move forward and build that papier-mâché volcano.
I am not cleaning this up.
Ooh, yeah, I meant the kids. Staples will help them move forward. Right now, Crayola 10-count markers and 12-count colored pencils are just 99 cents each. And Staples one-subject notebooks are only 35 cents. Everything on your list at amazing prices. Staples, we're not going back. We're going forward to school. Ends 8/27 in store only, limit 30.
Brian Clark, ABC News.
With our cold fronts moving on by, we're going to get a taste of less heat over the next few days. You'll notice a drop in humidity starting today. There's a slight chance for a shower as well. Partly cloudy with a high in the low to mid-80s. Tonight, you'll really feel it. Mostly clear and cooler by Saturday morning. The low in the upper 50s to low 60s. Mostly sunny skies for your Saturday. It's a whole lot less humid. It will be comfortable to be outside for a change. The high temperature in the low to mid-80s. I'm Mike Mays in the North Carolina News Network Weather Center.
And we have a beautiful day shaping up here in the foothills. It's going to be a nice weekend. Very little thunderstorm, maybe a pop-up kind of like we had yesterday. One side of the house was raining, the other side was sunny. So I don't know what that means exactly, but it's going to be a pretty good day. 70 degrees right now at WCAB. It's 5 minutes after 7. I'm sorry, 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank goodness it's Smiley Friday Friends Day. And we've got Beth in the studio with me right now. I'm going to slip over this other microphone and talk to her. Hold on. Stand by. Enough coffee already, I believe, Beth. Good morning. Sometimes I think I haven't had enough. Sometimes when I've had too much, I start. This is Real Estate Insights with Beth Hilton. Good morning.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not 5 after 7. I can tell you that. Oh my goodness. Well, today, all throughout the week, I'm wondering what should I tell people? What should we talk about? So a couple things have come up this week. One of them is septic, and I think we've talked about septic before, but I want sellers to understand something about septic. If you're not on city sewer, you can have 15 bedrooms. I couldn't care less. If you're on septic, you've got to have the number of bedrooms that the septic permit says your house is permitted for. If you have less, that's fine, but for example, you may get a call from somebody who's getting ready to sell their house. And y'all ask them questions, or how old's the roof, the HVAC, how many bedrooms do you have, how many bathrooms. And then when I pull the septic, I have to request the septic permit. Now, it takes Rutherford County a long time to get us our septic permits. And a lot of the times it can't be found because the house is so old or for whatever. And when we request them, we put in the name of the people that we know. But a lot of times people requesting the septic permit aren't the owners. They're not the people building the house. They may be a contractor. They may be a contractor's worker who just ran down there to get one. So they file it by name instead of parcel number, which would be a lot easier for us. But we try to get those, and the commission wants us to have our permits before we get to the closing table, which doesn't always happen. So when we get that permit, on the permit itself, it will say 3 bedrooms, or it'll say it's had an expansion work done for 4 bedrooms. So if you call me up and you say, I've got a 4-bedroom house, I want to list it, when I pull the septic and it says 3, I can't list it as a 4-bedroom. People get mad at us for that, but I'm not going to lose my license over a septic permit. Not going to do it. So then you have the problem of, but a 4-bedroom house carries more money than a 3-bedroom house. And so you're like, but I'm going to lose all this money if it's, just a 3. So what we do is we list it as a 3-bedroom, and they don't really care how many bathrooms you've got. It's just a bedroom thing. They base the septic on the bedrooms. They're like 2 people per bedroom is what they figure. I'm like, that doesn't make sense, but what do I know? And so what they'll do is, I'll say we'll put it as a 3-bedroom, but in the remarks we'll say seller is using the den or a bonus room or the garage or something else as a 4th bedroom. That way we can get that on the market and list it and let people know you do potentially have a 4th bedroom. Because if I list it as a 4-bedroom, that's misrepresentation if the septic can't back it up. So then the pricing, that throws off the pricing as well, because if I'm trying to sell a 4-bedroom house, I may list it at, I don't know, whatever, let's say $100,000, when a 3-bedroom, maybe $98,000. $2,000 is $2,000.